What up, everybody? It's absolutely Frosty, and in this video I'll be showing you my vintage DJ setup. This was actually like my dad's when he was about 16, I believe. Yeah, seems about correct. So it's about like 25 years old, or 20 years old. So it's pretty vintage stuff. So I guess we'll start with the speakers. I guess these were homemade. Kind of crappy now. They've been used a lot. They got a bit beat up, but they still work. But you can't blast them, or else it distorts. So gotta be careful for that. Got two of those. Yeah. This one, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a bunch of like watermarks. So yeah, got beat up. Yeah, this is, I'm at cottage, so I don't really use these that often. I use my own Behringer B212 XLs at my house. That are 12-inch woofers. Anyway, yeah, they're B212 XLs. So if you want to go and look them up, or do some research on them. They're not bad speakers, actually. I might do a review on them later on, so I'm not gonna get too much into them in this video. So anyway, so let's proceed. So here is the amp. This was also homemade. He took the whole amplifier section out of an old radio, I think, and it's 100 watts on each channel, so I think it's a 200-watt amp. And what's really good about this amp is that it's a tube amp, so that might blow away people, because it's beautiful sound quality. Really cannot get any better than that. The tubes, they light up. Like, I don't know if you can see them. They're hard to see in there, but you can kind of see. They're there. Anyway, and this thing gets hot, so there's also a fan right there. That's needed, and this thing can really make beautiful sound. Like, it's I don't know, like it's hard to say how clear the sound is. I am gonna play a bit of music later on in this video, but with these kind of beat up speakers and with a camera microphone, it might not sound too good. So you would actually have to come here to listen to it, or go to a friend's house who might have like tube amps, or to some type of sound shop. They are still manufactured, but just not as much, because they are very expensive. Back in the old days, I think pretty much all the amps were like this. They were all tube amps. Now that we've gone all like Class D amplifier, like integrated amplifiers, digital amplifiers. Yeah, it's all becoming more powerful, lighter, more compact amps. But anyway, this thing's probably like 20 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. It's made out of wood, but it does a job. I don't know if I'll ever change these speakers and really hear the full potential, or the full clear sound that this amplifier can really produce, or clarify in a way. So tube amps are really good for having optimal sound quality. And yeah, I'm not gonna go on about tube amps, because I'll probably like bored people. So here on the side we've got three switches. The first one is for the amp, this is for the fan, and this one is for the auxiliary power. So here I've got the lights and stuff, like aux, fan, and amp. I think I'll show you the back. I'm not sure if you can see it because of the lighting, but let's see. Let's get down there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but so on top you've got your two inputs, so left and right. You've got your your power down there in the corner. Up here, you've got another power plug port, which is the auxiliary power. So that's where the switch goes. And then down here you have the speaker outputs. So there's 4 of them. So if you want to put like 4 speakers. And so yeah, so that's for the amp. Moving up, we've got just a MacBook Air 2011 13-inch, nothing special. And then behind here, we have a Telec MX3 or C. This is an old mixer. This thing is really cool. It's vintage, and it's you know, it works. I had to do a few repairs to it, and yeah, there was the faders. I think the first 3 were all full of coke on the board, so I had to open it up. I cleaned it up, and then there were 3 big capacitors that were two big capacitors. One of which the connection to the main board was like broken, so I had to resolder that. And I cleaned up this. I cleaned it. I got rid of some dust, some gunk, I don't know, spilled drinks, and it works perfectly right now. It's really cool, and it's got the LEDs and view meter for the sound. You got your power switch. You've got your fader. So this knob here is a crossfader. Pretty cool, right? And here, this is the fader for on and off. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not gonna touch it. Here you've just got a bunch of faders, some cues to assign to here, I believe. And then you got your mic. Got your mic for left, mic for right, so it's not like stereo mic. Then you got your mic levels here, right here. And you got your master volume, bass and treble control. On the back, you've got some inputs and outputs, master, aux, tape 1 and 2 out, line in, tape 1 and 2 in, phono 1 and 2 in. And you get your fuse, your ground knob for turntables, and that's it pretty much for the sound. And here I've got like a vintage vacuum cleaner. I think it's a Electrolux. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that this mixer was actually made in Canada. So I mean, it's where I live, and I don't know, the build quality is amazing. It's sturdy. It's a solid piece of hardware. It's not made in China. It probably costed a lot back then. So I think that now we can proceed to doing the sound test. So like I said before, if you want, you can try to put on some good headphones. It might help, but I doubt it because these speakers are really not that good. And yeah, they're not in good shape, so I don't know, let's see. So the song that I'm gonna play, I'm gonna play Bad feat. Vasi radio edit single by David Guetta and Showtek. Yeah, so hopefully I won't get this video kind of you know, blocked or anything in some countries for playing the song. So let's go. Let's continue. So I'm just gonna put this camera a little bit back. I'm just gonna put it here. It's on a chair, so hopefully it won't fall. Okay, let's do it like that. Okay. So I'm just gonna start the song. this song is just starting up, so just let it build up. Then when the bass kicks, you're probably gonna realize that the subs are gonna start to distort a bit. So are the highs, because they're a bit beat up. So yeah, let's see it. Yeah, that was a demo. The speakers did start to distort a bit. And here on my view meter, it was only the first 2 LEDs that were on. So, you know, it was kind of borderline for the speakers, because they're on the verge of going to completely distort. And here, the amp, I think it was going at around maybe 1 watt. Yeah. So this thing can really pump out a lot of juice. You know, like 100 watts is not that much these days, but you know, for some home studio speakers and stuff like that, it's plenty of power, honestly. So yeah, I think that concludes this video. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good day as always. Thank you. Enjoy.